Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm bringing you a Lavaloon lightning video, which is weird. I've never done one, I don't think, but I have found it to be so good. So today I'm commentating on replays that I got to 7K with 2 weeks left in the season. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, hit that like button. Let's get to 900. I think it's possible before the end of the year. That would be awesome. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be going over like different types of matchups, and we're going to go over like off meta and then some meta decks, because those are what you face at like all levels of gameplay. And here we're facing some Prince Bait, which is a popular deck, and I'm happy to say that this is pretty good against Prince Bait. Now this version does have Fireball, not Rocket, which makes the matchup a little different. In my opinion, Rocket is always hard, you know, but we did good because we were able to identify that he had Fireball early, and then we just went from there. So usually what you want to do against Bait is try and get up a lot of Skeleton Dragons push. You want to make sure you defend first, as always, because against Bait, you can't sack at all. You can't sack, because they're just going to stop your stuff for low elixir, and then you're going to be, you know, down damage, and you have to play defense the rest of the game. So he comes up with the Fireball here. It's just not well timed at all. Also, we got good arrows value, so it's just overall a good scenario for us there. And go with the Balloon here because like he just used Fireball, so we know he doesn't have Rocket. He just used all of his air counters, so what's gonna happen now? And he just sacks a tower. He has no other option. We go with guards at 2 elixir, so I can make sure he doesn't just Prince opposite lane immediately, because we think went with the guards like giving up 3 princess shots, but it was a really good play because he could have gone princess at the bridge, and then we could have played guards immediately, and then he could have gone prince opposite lane and we would have nothing. But since we waited, there we go. And I just go ahead and lightning here, which is gonna save the tower, and it's my only option to save the tower here because I don't think Skeleton Dragons do the job. He gets up like 4 hits, but I mean, still 2,000 damage, you know, he has to do to this tower. He doesn't have Rocket either, so that means he can't cycle it. It's just a good scenario here. We wanted to get a Hound down, but we can't because we just have to keep going guards. Arrows here because I'm pretty sure I can just play defense for 40 seconds, although I do want to get a Hound push down if possible. Go with the Tombstone here, go with the Mega Minion here. I don't think we go in with another Hound push. I mean, I go in with the Hound, but we don't like start another push. Our whole goal here is just to defend. If he goes barrel, we just have the arrows for it, and he has no real options for the rest of the game. You are able to defend Prince Bait and double, which is why it's pretty important against most Bait to just try and catch them off guard with like Skeleton Dragons, because the whole goal against Bait is to go with a lot of Skeleton Dragons, and then what is he going to do once you arrow his princess? What's he going to do, you know? So then what you do from there is if he rockets it, you just go in with the Fireball. Simple. I want to keep you guys tuned. This is 2 matches away from 7,000, and this is a really intense match. It's a weird off meta Royal Giant deck, but it's not like it's off. It's not like it's just mid ladder deck. It's off meta, which means it's like usually has some components of an archetype, but they like use different cards and whatnot. So this is, you know, it's not common, but it's still Royal Giant, Fisherman, Fireball. You know, there's synergy here. It comes down to the wire, and we're just looking to see what he's playing. He goes to the Fisherman in the back, you know. We're just chilling. Don't know what he's playing yet. He does go in with bat. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep yawning, bro. He goes in with bats, so we just Skeleton Dragons. If you Fireballed, you know, it's just a Fisherman, no biggie. He goes with that in the back, which I thought was interesting. We get a Loon drop because we boosted the Loon with the Skeleton Dragons. And it's like, oh no, what's going to happen here? So I go with the Deep Tombstone, which is off by 1 tile. If that was 1 tile higher, it would have pulled, and also the Skeleton King pushed it to the left. So I went in with guards here because I thought he was much less beefy than he actually is. He has like 3,000 HP, and I know that now. He has like 800 more health than the Loon, which is absolutely crazy, dude. Like, come on. How do you have so much health? But we were able to just deal with it here. We take out the Royal Giant, and we don't take too much damage. We lose a whole tower, but at the end of the day, we know what he's playing now. Barring Zappies, he hasn't played Zappies, so I know that I can just try and build up a push. I was caught. Oh my god. I was caught off guard here because I didn't track his cycle and I didn't know he was back to Fisherman, but we are able to save our tower here. Which is overall very nice because if we're not playing from too much behind, we can just kind of go in. And like, he was down on Elixir going into double. And so we just kind of arrows the Zappies just to get rid of him because, I mean, that's a good play. Skeleton Dragons finish him off and he is forced to go in with the Fireball, really. No, really good Fireball though. It does wrap most of this up and you're thinking, oh, this is kind of hopeless at this point. But I mean, he doesn't have any air counters here, so we're going to get a Loon drop. And this is not looking good at all. However, we are going to go in with a Lava Push. We are going to take this tower, but first we are going to predict the Royal Giant in the pocket because that's 100% what he's going to do. He wants to take this tower. We don't have to play anything else here. The bats are taken out by our tower, and just like that we can go in for a push. You can go Zappies, a bad Zappies placement. I would have done it to the side, but overall, it really doesn't matter. Oh my god. I go Skeleton Dragons, Beta Fireball. We go Tombstone to kind of prevent him from going Royal Giant in the pocket. Now, while the towers are distracted by Balloon, we go in with guards. We go in with arrows to try and counter Skeleton Army he would have placed on that if he had any brain cells. And the Tombstone Mega Minion are enough to stall the Royal Giant for long enough. So a really, really good, intense matchup that we were able to clutch up. And so here's another meta deck. This one's 2.6, and 2.6 a lot of people struggle with Lava Tombstone. I'm not exactly sure what the matchup is, but I think it's in the 2.6 players' favor. Maybe that's biased, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know how to play the matchup. But with Lightning, it gives you a whole nother set of options, except you've got to be patient, and you've got to play normally and to construct your first push when you can defeat a Musketeer. Now, I messed up a little bit, but this had been my first time playing versus Hog 2.6 with Lightning, so it was like, okay, you know, we'll just learn on the fly. I'm going with Lava Push here, which ultimately doesn't amount to anything because they are able to cycle cannons and musketeers really fast, and we can't take them out due to our heavy spell and the fact that Skeleton Dragons get taken out by the Fireball that he can cycle to really fast. So he goes in here, which I thought was, okay, you go in here. Just go in with that because I know if we just go in with a Loon, that's kind of a waste. So we go in with the Loon on the left side. I was saying the right side was a waste because they get so much Fireball value, and I thought, you know, he wouldn't be back to cannon in time, but the Ice Spirit does save him from getting a hit. Really unfortunate, but we're not exactly out of this game. I mean, he's only up by 900 damage, which is perfectly doable, as long as you're not down a tower, as long as you have enough health to make sure that you know, it's worth defending. So, like, if the tower's at, like, 1,000, you can just cycle, you know, get one hog hit, and it's over. But this is a pretty healthy tower, both of ours. So, here we go in to kind of prevent him from going hog for a little bit. Oh my god, count how many times I'm here! I ain't getting enough sleep, bro. I'm going with the lava here, because at this point, what are you going to do? Go in with hog, we have guards, you know. So we're just going to go in with a Lavaloon push here since it's double elixir, and y'all ain't ready for this. Going with the Loon, going in with our first lightning of the match, predicting a cannon that he is going to pull us with. Work of art. Work of art. And we don't really have to worry about that Hog Rider on the left side, because we can just Skeleton Dragons it. Just like that, it's pretty much over. 30 seconds, I mean, I feel very confident about defending for 30 seconds with, you know, the amount of elixir we've got on the board. And we don't have to focus on just defending if we can just, like, pressure the whole game. And so we don't need to defend that hog because, I mean, like, he spent a hog and a fireball on it. And we already had a bunch of elixir down, so we can just go in with the offense. And this is a very pristine playing of the matchup, in my opinion. Because we went in with the perfect lightning, and we took the 3 crown. We did him a lava emote, because lava is better than 2.6. Hog cycle rotator decks are for no skills. So, according to Marvin Swag. Now I'm gonna bring you a matchup against Golem Triple Dragon. Lightning single-handedly turns this into a winnable matchup because this is very hard when you're running Fireball. 3 air counters, and they kind of just stick back there because he can tank for them with his other cards. He can Tornado. You know, there's really nothing you can do to kill the E-Dragon, Baby Dragon with like normal Lava Tombstone. However, Lightning gives you the opportunity to just, you know, kill the Mega Minion, the E-Dragon, severely injure the Baby Dragon with just one spell. So, if you can make it to double alive, presumably... Look at that! Did you see that pro play? Like, I literally just... Okay, guys, look at this. We lightning sight. I wasn't happy with this hand at all, because it looked like we were going to wait till double elixir. And you know the rule, when you wait till double elixir, you know the opponent usually has matchup. We lightning cycled. I think that's kind of a pro move, dude, because he had no clue. He was just sitting there, always sitting at 10. I was sitting at 4, and if he had gone in, I would have just lost that game. But we lightning cycled, and it was really pro. So now I'm just fed up, you know. Okay, I see the lava there. We're just going to go with the Mega Minion, you know, no harm, no foul. He responds with the Mega Minion, so I'm thinking, you know what, could be lava mirror matchup. I hate lava, to be honest. Like, I hate facing lava. It's terrible. You going with the lava, he responds with the Golem. It's like, okay, well, he could still be playing different lava variations. I mean, Golem variations, because Golem has a lot of decks in it that have Mega Minions, so I feel like, you know, whatever, let's just go in here. Force him to play some defense so he can't support his Golem. We going with the Tombstone, you know, it's, yeah, whatever. He has to Tornado that balloon, and he's only at 5 elixirs, so we just go in with Skeleton Dragons, wrap up the Golem, and just like that, we're up 2,000 damage. Although we have to deal with a counter push here that he didn't have enough elixir for, because, wait, I'm sorry. What did he, how did he burn that? Oh, he went with the E-Dragon, yep, okay. So, he was low because he went in with the E-Dragon, which I think was a really bad E-Dragon. Like, you can go, I'm sorry for rewinding it, but, like, what does this E-Dragon do for you? Besides, you know, get it out of your cycle by the time I get my next Hound down. Because I got my Hound in hand, and now you don't. I guess it creates a counter push, but it's a 75% dead E-Dragon, you know, that just... Okay, you got a little damage. Was that worth, you know, not having that card in your hand anymore? So, now we're about even, but... E-Drag is still nowhere in sight. E-Drag's really what scares me in this matchup, because you can put it in the middle, and it just, you know, starts chaining onto things and creates a mess. We do the Tombstone pull to the left, or the right. My gosh, his left. That cannon card just doesn't reach, so a bad play by him. Now we drop our first lightning of the game. Sadly, we don't catch a Mega Minion, but at that point, like, come on. So now we just tower trade, which is a perfectly acceptable scenario for Triple Drag, because we know at the end of the day that we can use the lightning and wipe all of his stuff off the board, and he has to spend like 4 plus 5 plus 8, you know, to get down on the field, and I can just use 3 to pull it all. So we're gonna go in here with the little King Tower push, because look at him, he's at 2,800 health, and also we are at 3,400 health, so it's safe to assume he probably would have gone same lane. Just a lightning here. Literally the only thing I'm scared of is the E-Dragon, because it stalls us. Really, the Mega Minion is not going to be placed anywhere that can actually hit the Loon. So we're going to go ahead and get a Loon drop there, which is crazy, and then we just have a bunch of crap on the board, and we just 3-crown him. And really, in that matchup, E-Dragon is what scares you, because Mega Minion, you know, there should never be a point where the Mega Minion is targeting your Loon, unless you just have a Loon down. Like, if you have a Lavaloon push and the Mega Minion is targeting your Loon, you're doing something wrong. So, our last and final matchup. Our last matchup was also pretty intense. It was the match to 7k against Goblin Giant Double Prince Bait. Now, Goblin Giant Prince is... Actually, I think Goblin Giant Double Prince is just... There's only one Goblin Giant Double Prince, so I might be just tripping. There's Goblin Giant Sparky, and I feel like that's harder to deal with. But I don't know, maybe if he's running Mega Minion E-Wiz, we could just win off like one lightning. But here's tricky, because he has a lot of bait. We don't have a lot to deal with the bait, we just have arrows. And it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world to defend 2 princes and a goblin giant. So we go in there with skeleton dragons just to, you know, deal enough damage to the dark prince to stop it from what's the word I'm looking for? Obliterating our tower. Here it's just arrows, okay. That goblin giant's gonna get pulled, those skeletons are gonna help out. I'm gonna have enough elixir for guards. Sweet. We don't lose our tower. He almost loses his tower. Good trade, right? And now we're back to lava, and we're back to tombstone, and we can kind of just chill. We're up, quick math, 740? 760. Yeah, 760. We're up 760. So, I mean, we're just going with the tombstone here. It's not too much. But I don't want to go in with the tombstone there because, you know, we could go in with the tombstone here, but, I mean, he goes with spirit goblins, and that would just kill the tombstone. Like, we need the tombstone to stay alive as long as possible so it can pull. Oh, jeez, I have cotton all over me, bruh. Cotton and cat hair. Then, you know, he kills the tombstone. Oh, well, that sucks. Goblin Giant in the left lane really didn't understand that move. Like, we just kind of go in here, and then just, if he bats, we kill it. If he fireballs, we get a loon drop. I mean, we just give up the left tower. Like, come on, dude. We're going to make sure we don't get 3 crowned, but we can give up the left tower. He went with a whole 9 elixir push just to take that tower, you know, which was really weird in my opinion. Skeleton Dragons here, just simple, you know. We're going to make sure that we wrap up that prince, because that could be dangerous, and we don't want to, you know, give that up. 2300 damage. We just lava, get some chip. He has to build up a push in the back, and we can kind of just cycle back to our tombstone. We could just kill those bats so they don't become a problem. And now the tower is within lightning range, so we could just play defense for the next 20 seconds. And this is very similar to Lava Tombstone, so you guys can just, you know, use your Lava Tombstone experience and just plop it into this deck, because it's just the same deck but with different spells. Yeah, and ultimately we just lightning wrap it up. 3 seconds left. He doesn't know we have lightning because we haven't found use for it all game, but to be fair, we wouldn't have found use for fireball either. If you did enjoy that matchup, please do go ahead and let me know. We are going to be probably pushing mid-ladder with this deck as well, because I want to test if it works on mid-ladder so I can get you guys the best lava decks for you to push with. Thank you all and have a great day.